I wrote a chapter in my book about being very discerning in your taste when it comes to dating. And there's one specific chapter I wrote about avoiding the plague and the problems that come with dating single moms. This popped up here in my DM. Somebody sent it to me. It said, is my wife being extra sensitive? What does it mean if my wife accuses me of hating my stepson because I want him to read? My wife tends to overreact when I correct her son specifically and when he doesn't listen. I've been in his life since he was 3.5. Dad isn't really in the picture, only every other weekend. She accuses me of being too strict with him. Her excuse is his ADHD. Please help. Edit to add, when I say correct, I don't mean physical punishment whatsoever. And I linked the chapter from my book to single moms, which is on an article tab right now on Twitter X. But, like I said in the book, Moff, you'll have responsibilities without authority. It's absolutely not worth it. I saw that personally myself too. If, back when I dated that single mom that I talked about years ago, and you try to add some value to the kid's life and correct them and improve behavior, and it's like you'll be criticized, or they'll accuse you of being too strict on them. And it's like, it's just not worth it, man. Like, you're raising another man's child, doesn't share your DNA, doesn't have your last name. You have responsibility as a parent, but you don't have any authority. It's something, again, guys, you have to be exceptionally discerning in your time and your taste, and it's just not worth it. It never really is worth it. You see this clip over here with RFK when he was doing his little interview with okay, I got to play this because I'm loving RFK more and more. Like, the more I see him have these conversations and deal with this absolute nonsense, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit here so we can play a little bit faster. But check this.
So let me ask Mr. Kennedy again. If we want to make America healthy, will you assure the American people that you will fight to do what every other major country on earth does, guarantee health care to every single American?
I'm going to make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? That's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry. Protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would, no. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
because I had pharmaceutical contributions from workers all over this country. Workers,
you were
not a nickel from corporate tax.
You were the single largest acceptor of pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but you have not answered. Last question. You have not answered my question.
Mr. Chairman, how do we
make America healthy if you don't guarantee health care?
If you guys didn't catch it, Bernie Sanders is talking about universal health care, kind of like how Canada has it, where it's free health care. That's what he's implying here. This is what he's asking Kennedy.
3 minutes over here now. How long does it keep going? At some time, you're just battering the witness.
Not battering the witness.
Yes, you are.
Folks, I'm not funded by...
All right, we can take Alex Jones out of this.
Ozempic Alex Jones.
I don't know. He's getting annoyed. He's losing weight, though, so good for Alex Jones. He used to be a fatty, but goddamn, he's losing that. But yeah, so the whole notion of Bernie Sanders, the socialist, saying, will you guarantee, healthcare like every other country in the world offers to its citizens? First of all, healthcare, I live in Canada. It's not free. It is not good. It is not comprehensive. It doesn't cover everything. And if I'm being perfectly honest, you don't really need it. You don't need universal healthcare if you look after your health. You're not going to have diabetes. You're not going to be obese. You're not going to need things like Ozempic from pharmaceutical companies to deal with weight. You're not a lot of the stuff that Bernie Sanders is talking about, that RFK is like, I'm going to make America healthier. It's the real deal. Give this guy 4 to 8 years. It'll probably take 8 years, for being honest, but it's the real deal, right? Free healthcare does not make people healthier. I can tell you, fly to Canada any major city, and you'll see you have the same problems. You have diabetes, you have cardiovascular health issues, you got obesity, you have the exact same issues in Canada that you have in the United States. So offering free healthcare doesn't solve the problem. That's what RFK is talking about. He's talking about dealing with the root issue. The problem is that it's easier to sell a painkiller than it is to sell a vitamin. And that's what RFK is talking about. He wants to sell vitamins to people. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the Courses tab. Newer to the channel? Hit subscribe.